Many times we're going to perform. Many times we're going to go to do something that matters to us, something that is important, whether you're an athlete or not, and you don't feel good. You just don't feel, you're not relaxed, you're not loose. You don't feel like you're going to be able to perform the way you want, and for some reason your head is just spinning, and you can feel your body and mentally you're not in the right place. I'm gonna give you an example. As for tennis players, many times when you're about to start a match, you don't feel relaxed at all, and you say, why do I feel like this if I've been practicing and I've been feeling really good while hitting the ball in practice? And it just happens that when you're about to play a tournament, when you're about to play a match, when it's competition, you can get really nervous. And what happens is, that happened in my case. I didn't notice it for many years, but I will hold my racket really tight, and just holding my racket really tight will send that stress all up my arm, my shoulder, and it will get it all the way to my face, and I could feel that my mouth, my jaw feel tired because it was tightening. I was grinding, and I didn't notice that until I paid attention just how I felt, how I think, what I was thinking, and paying attention to what I was doing with my body before competing. And that's when I noticed that I was holding the grip really tight, and that's what happened. So I started relaxing my body before that, and that it was the truth, it was easy to find the solution, because all I had to do was just pay attention to my body, pay attention to what I'm doing before I started competing. So when you're gonna do something, when you're about to perform, when you're gonna do something that is important, one thing that you want to pay attention and can make a big difference in how you perform, how you execute, is how do you approach it. If before you do this thing that matters to you, you do the task, in your mind, you let your mind start wandering and start thinking about all the bad things, negative things, consequences. This can go wrong, this could happen, and that, you just let it go to all the wrong places. You have to understand that it's not just your mind that it's not just your mind wandering. It's taking you to a place where it's not going to allow you to execute, to do things the way the way you can. You can know perfectly how to do the things. You can practice. You probably have done it. It's like something that you like to cook, and you're gonna make a cake, and you're doing it, and you've done it 100 times, and every time it turned out well. But all of a sudden, when you're under pressure, because you're probably in a baking competition or something, or this is a special cake that someone asks you to bake for them, and then there is more responsibility. It's not just, oh well, I'm making this for my family. No, now this is a special thing. So that's where it can create and start getting into your head. So when that happens, it's very important to pay attention previously to start practicing and start doing those things. Because if you let your mind wander and take you to the wrong places, you're going to, the moment you have to start performing, you're not gonna feel that, even if it's a very simple task that you have done hundreds of times, it can feel very different. It can feel probably like the first, second, and third time that you did it. So if you have problems because you feel like, okay, I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm doing this thing, I just don't feel the same. I'm nervous. Things start going wrong. I don't react the same way. I don't think the same way. You have to pay attention before. You have to pay attention first to how you're approaching it, how you're thinking about it previously, before you start actually making it. You have to notice those your head probably spinning around, a lot of thoughts, and then your body starts feeling it too. And the whole thing about not feeling good about it, it's related to the way that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling. That's why it's important to catch it before you get there and start doing the thing, and start thinking about it when it's too late and you're already doing it. Be conscious before you start working on it, so you can catch the first symptoms that you're getting nervous. And I can say that the very first thing that you want to pay attention to is my mind wandering, or am I calm? You can pay it if your mind is going a little crazy. Well, you can use breathing. Pay attention to your breathing. Usually when our mind is not in the proper place, breathing is something that is gonna give you a message. The way you're breathing, but we don't notice it. Sometimes it's short and fast, instead of being more relaxed and a little longer breathe in and breathe out. So breathing is something that can help you, but the key is you have to be conscious and pay attention to where your mind is before it's time to perform. All right, guys. Well, that's something that I just I remember. I came to my mind, and I didn't want to let it go. Record it for you. I hope you like it. I hope it helps, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.